Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to draft a shirt collar pattern. So let's get straight into the video. So the first step is to take the neck circumference on the shirt, and I'm going to mark half of what I have. So I'm assuming I have 18 inches on the shirt, so I'm going to mark 9 inches, and I'm going to just mark it up to about 6 inches up or 7 inches up. There's no specific measurement for this. So for this type of shirt collar we'll be drafting, it's going to have a collar stand and a collar. So I'll be drafting out the collar stand first, and I've also identified the center back and the center front. So from the center front, I'm going to come up by ½ inch, and I'll connect it to half of the measurement on this pattern paper. That is 4.5 inches. Remember, we marked 9 inches on the paper. So from that ½ inch I went up by, I'm going to go up by 1.2 inches. I like using 1.2 inches for my collar stand. You can use 1 inch or 1.5, but I advise you don't go more than 1.5. Well, depending on the type of collar you want. So this is just a standard measurement. So I'm going to mark the 1.2 inches all to the center back, and I'm going to connect it. Note that I connected this part with a bit of curve, the curvy part of the ruler, not too curvy, but I didn't connect it with the straight part of the ruler. So after marking this out, so now I'm just going to go ahead and label this part as the collar stand. Then there are some collar stands that the center front are not just straight like this. You may just need to have a bit of curve at the center front area. So that's what I'll be doing for this. At this point, you just come in by 1 inch, then you connect it with a slight curve all the way down. Then you have the curvy shape. But you can decide to leave your collar stand the way it is straight, but I prefer to do mine like this. I'm done drafting the collar stand, and I'll just proceed to draft out the collar. So I'll need to leave a bit of space so I can draft the collar at the upper part of the pattern paper. So I just went up by maybe 2.5 inches. So now for the collar, at the center back of the collar, I'm going to go up by ½ inch. I'll go up by ½ inch, then I'll connect it to the edge. That is the center front. Please note the center back and center front so you don't make mistakes, because the center back is going to be on fold. So I'm just assuming this pattern paper is on fold. So now at the center front, I'm going to go up by 2 inches. That is the height of my collar. You can decide to use 2.5 inches for your collar, but I'm using 2 inches. So at that part where I took ½ inch up, I didn't take the 2 inches from the ½ inch. I took it from the initial line. So I just went ahead to rule out the collar. So remember, we went in by 1 inch at the collar stand. I'll do the same at the collar. So I'm going to go in by 1 inch and just connect it to create a sharp line at the upper part here. So I'm just going to connect it. So when the collar sits into the collar stand, it's going to give it that very nice shape you see on collars. So now I'm just going to go ahead and label this part, which is the collar. So now I'm done drafting the collar and the collar stand. Can you see the way it looks so beautiful? So when you want to cut this out, after cutting this out, you'll need to add your allowance, which is the stitching allowance, ½ inch all the way around. So now this is what the collar looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. So this tutorial is just a pattern drafting tutorial of how to draft a collar. This video does not show you how to sew it, but if you like to know how to sew this collar or how to cut and sew shirts in general, then I have a video on this channel where you can watch a detailed tutorial video of how you can cut and sew a shirt and how you can sew the collar. So the link is in the description box below. If you're interested in watching the video, you can click on the link in the description box and watch the video. So this brings us to the end of this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If this is your first time coming across my channel and yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly subscribe, and also don't forget to like, drop a comment, and share this video. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching.